All right, good morning, everyone. For those of you that are online via the Zoom, can you just confirm that AV is working? Can you see slides and can you hear audio? Oh. Let me try that again. Good morning,
yes,
everyone.
We can. Yes, we can.
It works. Thank you.
Did I hear somebody say something?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good morning and welcome to the SpectrumX Center meeting here at Wisconsin-Madison. I'm Nick Laneman, Professor of Electrical Engineering at Notre Dame, and I'm Center Director for SpectrumX. It's been a wild ride here for the last 4 years, and we're charging into year 5. It's really been fascinating to watch how the participation and the attendance at the center meetings has evolved over the years. I definitely have this sense that there's a lot more students and postdocs and research staff, which is exciting. So we've got a great agenda planned for this event. We've got some beautiful views today. Hopefully we'll get a great photo outside and as it warms up. But we want to get things started. And first of all, I want to thank Ali Abedi for being so energetic about hosting us here at Wisconsin-Madison, and maybe let him say a few words and introduce his chair.
Should I do this thing? Good morning and welcome to the SpectrumX Fall 2025 Center meeting. It is my pleasure, truly fascinating to see so many familiar faces here at UW-Madison. So SpectrumX has grown into this vibrant community that connects students, researchers, and partners across more than now 24 universities. So thank you for all of your efforts. On a personal note, it's a bit surreal to stand here. Just 3 years ago, I got a call from my former advisors inviting me to join SpectrumX as a postdoc. And only a few years later, now today, I have the pleasure of welcoming you to the center meeting at UW-Madison. So thank you for your energy and innovations and helping us making the center stronger every year. With that, I would like to invite Professor Paul Barford, the chair of Department of Computer Science here at UW-Madison. Paul.
So just advance. All right, great. Well, you've already gotten welcomed twice, but I'm going to welcome a third time. Third time is a charm, I guess. I'm honored to be here and to be able to speak to this auspicious group. Thank you, Ali, for the invitation. When he sent me the invitation, would you like to give the opening statements to this center's fall meeting? I, of course, immediately wrote back and said, I know nothing about SpectrumX. What am I supposed to say? And he immediately made it easy. He just said, say some nice things about the community and the campus and the department, and you'll be good to go. So it was very easy to put together this deck this morning. So let me just start out by introducing you to Madison, Wisconsin. How many people have been here before? So not very many. Great. All right. So maybe this introduction will be informative. So Madison, Wisconsin is an interesting city. It was originally built on an isthmus between two lakes. There are 5 lakes that define the greater Madison area: Mendota, Monona, Kegonsa, Wabeesa, and I can never remember the 5th one, but there are 5. Mendota, which is the lake to the north of Pyle Center here, is the largest, beautiful lake. And I remember many, many years ago sitting with a colleague in front of Memorial Union. You'll see if you go for a little walk. We were looking out over the lake as we were eating lunch and saying, do you think we'd be here if the lake wasn't here? And we both said, no, we wouldn't be here if the lake wasn't here. So it's really a fantastic geological and geographical area around here. Greater Madison is about 700,000 people, so it's a large and growing area. Madison itself is much smaller than that, but we're surrounded by 7 small but growing cities. And just some fun facts. So the Capitol building, which you can see in this picture here, which is, by the way, just an absolutely stunning building. If any of you are sticking around and you get a chance to walk up State Street and go in the building, I encourage you to do so because it's really quite spectacular. And it's almost what you'll read, there's some plaque somewhere, it's almost as tall as the U.S. Capitol building. In fact, it was taller than the U.S. Capitol building when it was built. You can't quite tell from this picture, but there's a figurine on top of the building that has its finger sort of sticking up in the air. That finger was shaved down so that indeed our Capitol building is not quite as tall as the U.S. Capitol building. So it's kind of a fun fact about that building. A little weird, but whatever. So another fun fact is that Madison is actually the home to many Frank Lloyd Wright buildings. Maybe some of you are fans of Frank Lloyd Wright, obviously one of our most distinguished U.S. architects. And again, in this photograph, you might see it in the bottom center. Another one of our conference centers is called the Monona Terrace, and that is a Frank Lloyd Wright building. It has lots of Frank Lloyd Wright pictures and memorabilia in it. And again, if you walk up to the Capitol area, you can easily get to Monona Terrace, and it's worth going in because it's so beautiful. In addition, Madison, Wisconsin is the home of a company called Epic Systems. Has anybody ever heard of Epic Systems? Not too many, but trust me, most of you have used Epic Systems. Epic Systems is the largest hospital software company in the world. Its home is here in Madison. A distinguished member of our department, not a faculty member, but a student, founded Epic in the 1970s. And through her passion and guidance has grown it to, as I say, the largest hospital management software company in the world. And I might say that this alumnus of ours is a bit quirky. You get to do that when you're the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. She does walk around the campus with a set of fairy wings on. It's true. And in addition to that, they're quite, it's a private company. They do very well. And all they do on their campus, which is on the southwest side of Madison, is build new buildings all the time. And one of the passions of the CEO is to have meetings of all of their customers every year. They have a grand meeting. And to house that grand meeting, they have built consecutively bigger arenas because of their growing customer base. And now their largest arena holds 18,000 people, and it's there for one meeting a year. It's a little quirky, but again, that's what you get to do when you're that successful, I guess. In any case, Madison is a wonderful community. It's made up of very neighborhood-centric with lots of parks, very bike-friendly. Another quirky aspect is that we actually have the Mustard Museum in one of our sister communities, Middleton, and we have a beautiful free zoo, which is really fun to visit. I don't know whether you've been there yet, Ollie, but really a nice place. All right, so let's move on to the campus. That was Madison. Now the campus, we are the land-grant institution of Wisconsin, founded in 1848, about a $4 billion annual budget. We have 2 large endowments, one for our foundation, another for an entity called WARF, which was the first of its kind. It is the entity that manages the patent portfolio for the University of Wisconsin. I'm sure at your institutions you have something similar, but WARF was the first of its kind, a 501(c)(3) that is closely partnered with the university and manages the patent portfolio. Of the $3 billion in the WARF endowment, there are 2 patents that have generated most of that money. And again, kind of the quirky fact there, the first patent is vitamin D fortification of milk. So anybody who's enjoyed vitamin D fortified milk, thank you for contributing to the campus. And then the second is even quirkier. It is a drug called Warfarin, which was originally developed as a rat poison, but now is widely used as a blood thinner. So God forbid any of you need your blood thinned, you will have an option of taking Warfarin. And again, thank you for your contribution to the campus. Faculty and staff on campus, getting close to 27,000. Our student enrollment is over 46,000. Lots of alumni, probably again, not unlike campuses that many of you are on. We're very proud of the people who have won important awards on the campus. And of course, most importantly, and what we're most proud of is the fact that we're routinely ranked as one of the top 10 party schools in the US. All right, so drilling down now on UWCS, we are the second oldest, by our reckoning, second oldest computer science department in the country, founded in 1964. We awarded the first PhD in computer science to a woman named Sister Mary Keller. Why sister? Well, she was actually a nun. And she has a very interesting Wikipedia page. If you have any interest at all, it's worth a look. We have successful faculty who bring in a lot of money. We have about 75 faculty, which include the tenure track faculty as well as our teaching faculty, a large staff. We are the largest major on campus with an undergraduate enrollment of now north of 2,500, a graduate enrollment quite a bit less than that, as you might imagine. I believe that we're the only CS department that has 2 Medal of Science winners, Stephen Cleaney, who you probably have heard of from the 1960s, and also Carl de Boer, whose claim to fame is in developing splines. Several NAE members, ACM fellows, et cetera. And I will draw your attention to the last 2 bullets. Until this year, I think we had the #1 ranked ugliest building, CS building in the world. Just horrible. Somehow we all survived. But now we have the most beautiful and best building in the CS, which I'll go to next, which is called Morgridge Hall. Construction began on Morgridge Hall in 23. It was completed just a couple of months ago in August. People running around still trying to sort of finish everything up before the grand opening, which happened only a few weeks ago. It's huge, about 350,000 square feet. One remarkable aspect of it is that the entire funding of the building was private. So we had very generous donors which stepped up and donated in total over $250 million. That just seems like a really big number to me for the building. And it is the home of actually 3 different departments which make up a school, which we call the School of Computing, Data, and Information Sciences. That includes computer science, statistics, and the iSchool. So that's a school within a school, which is in a college and a university. A little confusing there. We are very excited to say that we're in the process of becoming a standalone college. Of course, the students in the room will say, why does that matter? Old gray-haired people like me in the room recognize that that's very important with respect to resources and budget. So we're very excited about this opportunity. And I encourage anybody in the room here, if you've got a few minutes, to please visit our building. It's really stunning. I would say if you look at the outside of it, maybe not that stunning, but the inside is really where things happen. I was kind of ambivalent about the building, just thinking it was so much money and maybe we could use that money for some other things. Maybe, I don't know, save $67 million, which we could use for the department, and spend $200 million on a building, right? I don't know, just spitball in there. But I will say that the first day that I walked into the building and walked around, it was quite amazing. All of the students on campus converge there. We probably have more students from other disciplines who spend time in the building than computer scientists, which is great. And again, if you get a chance to go and visit the building, I encourage you to do so. I'm sure Ali will be happy to take a group over. Sorry for volunteering you there, Ali. In any case, that's all I have to say today. I hope you have a wonderful meeting, and it's a pleasure to be here to open things up. Thank you.